Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie, the one and the only. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my channel. This is Sophie Mabunda and I am so excited to actually be making this video right now. I feel like it's been long coming. I've thought about it quite a lot. So I've had my channel for a little bit and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, but I think now I've got like a clear idea of what I'm trying to do, what message I'm trying to get across. So I'm excited to be welcoming you guys on this journey that I'm about to take. So the purpose of this video, sorry guys, if I sound a little bit husky, I have a bit of flu. Okay, so otherwise, the purpose of this video, right, is to take you on a journey that I'm embarking on. This is due to the mistake that I did when I was, early in my 20s, newly employed. And I feel like this is a mistake that a lot of us, or else a trap that many young people fall into. So I think this was I don't think I know. This was in 2021. I had been working since 2018, right? So, but now this is 2021. I feel like I'm ready to get a car. And anyways, the circumstances actually led me to feel like I was ready for a car. Because I was living, initially I was staying in Cape Town and then I left Cape Town. I got a job in Sandton and then I was staying in Bryanston. And it was close to my work, like about 800 meters to work. And then I moved from Bryanston and I went to stay in Four Ways. And when I went to Four Ways, the area that I was staying at, there were no taxis. There was no public transport, which meant I had to use Uber, e-hailing services. So it was a little bit, I don't know. I just felt like I'm spending so much money on Uber already. I might as well just spend this money on my own car. I think that was the first mistake, thinking that having a car would all of a sudden make things better. I mean, like, yeah, to a certain degree, because I can use the car whenever I want. I don't have to wait for somebody to come and pick me up, because I mean, if you are somebody that has been using Uber, you know that when you're waiting, sometimes you wait for a while, waiting for the Uber to arrive. So, and it's small details, but they actually mean a lot and they make a difference. So yeah, I decided I'm going to get a car. So I started doing a little bit of research into which car I should go for, and obviously looking at affordability as well. So I finally decided to go get myself a car. And then at the time, I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anyone that I would say was close to me. And essentially, that's like how my life is. I am a very, I don't know, I keep to myself. I'm reserved. I keep to myself. And I don't have a huge circle, of friends. And I was not in a relationship at the time. So there was no one that I could call up and say, hey, I'm looking for a car. Just support me through this journey. And mind you, my family is in Limpopo at this time. So I make my way to Four Ways Kia. Yeah. And then I look at some cars and whatnot. And then obviously I'm assisted by a salesperson. And then I fell in love with my car, right? Kia Picanto X-Line 2021 model. I fell in love with it. They took me through the specs and how much I could potentially pay. And then after that, obviously, it's the process of, the paperwork and stuff like that. The whole thing didn't happen in one day. I think I went there probably the second day to do the paperwork, after I had decided which car I want. And then now that's when I called a friend of mine. He was not even like a friend in that way. He was my Uber driver at the time. So you know how sometimes you have this driver that keeps picking you up, and I ended up saying, hey, how about we just work out a deal, and because I always use these services anyway, and then you'll always come and pick me up and drop me off when I need you. And then he agreed. So I was like, I don't even know whom to call, right? And then sorry guys, I've got like I said, a bit of flu. So otherwise then I ended up calling him up, and I say, hey, I need to get a car, but I really want somebody to just accompany me, and if I'm about to get into a deal that doesn't make sense, to just help me out, you see. Then he said, okay. Well, he was a little bit resistant towards this, or reluctant at the beginning, and he ended up agreeing to it and coming. So he came with me, and when they were reading all the the contract and all of that, he was there. But actually, you know what, ne? The reason why I'm making this video is because about 3 weeks ago, I'm going to go back to this story, right? But about 3 weeks ago, I called the bank, because I'm growing up now, and I'm trying to get things in order. I'm trying to pay off some debt, I'm trying to pay off stuff, so I wanted to know what is the settlement amount on my car. So I called them up, I asked them what is the settlement amount on my car, and then they tell me what did they say, 198? Yeah. And which I feel like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. I've been paying since 2021, and now it's 2025, and it's still almost 200. And then they said that with a balloon payment of 88,000 on top of that. What? Like I couldn't believe it. I felt deceived. I felt like I was deceived. Because I'm like, I never knew. All this time, I didn't know. Literally from 2021 to 2025, I didn't know that I had balloon on my car. I thought that I was going to pay, the time frame that I knew, and that was it. But little did I know there was balloon payment on my car, and the balloon payment was 88,000. So I said this to the lady that was on the phone with me from the bank that financed my car, and I said to her, look, I had no idea. I didn't know about this. And she said to me that sometimes they call it, what do they call it again? I forgot. There's a word for it. I'll just try and remember, and then I will put it down here. But I'm like, okay, maybe that's how I missed it, because I'm telling you the truth, I don't recall anyone, telling me about balloon payment. And all this while, I remember back in 2022, a colleague asking me if I've got balloon on my car. And I said, no, I don't have balloon on my car. And then he said, oh, that's nice. But little did I know that there was actually a balloon on my car. And I didn't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I was just really hurt. So going back to the story, yes, they helped me with the paperwork and everything. And I get my car, I think within a week or so. Within a week. So sorry. So within a week, I got my car, right? I get my car, start driving it, and I'm really happy. I'm excited. It's a new car, brand new. and I remember I was paying 4,700 somewhere there. And with the interest rates going up and so forth, I ended up, now I'm paying 5,350 rand for the car. But yeah, so now that I find myself in this situation, I have decided that, you know what, I am in this process or this phase wherein I'm paying off my debts, I'm paying off stuff, right? So how am I going to approach this? Because right now I have paid off every single thing, everything else. Right now I have paid off every single debt, right? Except for the car. I will make a video talking about how I managed to pay off my debt and so forth. So what I had done was, just adding more ways to make money and stuff like that. So then I managed to pay some of my smaller debts. But remember that, the car debt is way more. So I will be sharing I'm trying some stuff. So I will be sharing the, extra income. So because the car debt is a little bit more, So because the car debt is, way more than the other dates that I had, I will need to add more streams of income instead of just relying on what I had or have and my salary. So I need to add more. And then I will be sharing that journey with you guys as well as to how is it going, how did I do it. So yeah, I need to raise 88,000 because remember, when I finish paying off the car, they will tell me, okay, you've got a balloon payment of 88,000. Do you want to pay it off at the same time, or do you want us to refinance it? And now here's the trick. If they refinance the 88,000, it means I'm stuck paying for the car for another 3 years. So it's gonna make a total of almost 10 years paying for a car. I don't want to find myself in that situation. So I'm busy saving the 88,000 on the side, and just to make sure that when I finish paying for the car, then I can just pay off the 88,000. If it so happens that the side hustles that I'm trying to do work out best, then by all means, I will obviously be able to save the 88,000 quicker and then start paying more, start making more onto adding more money to my monthly, to my monthly premiums. So, in closing, I just want to say to you guys that when you are going to get a car, get somebody who you trust, somebody who has got your best interest at heart, especially if it is your first time. If it is not your first time, you are well experienced, then by all means you can, go alone and whatnot. But if not, get somebody who is experienced, somebody who's got your best interest at heart. Because the guy that I went there with, he was just literally lingering around, and then he didn't even have much to say. So it was useless, basically, whether he was there or not. I was just as good as alone. So get somebody who has your best interest at heart, somebody who cares about you, somebody who wants you to win, to go there with you, and obviously somebody who knows about cars and car deals and so forth, so that they will be able to tell you when you're getting ripped off. Because I feel like sometimes the salespeople, they just want to make a sale, and some of the things are not well explained, and even if they maybe did say it in passing, remember the terminology is new to me. I don't even know. At that time, I didn't even know what balloon means. I didn't even know what it meant. So if somebody just tells me that I will give you a car and you'll be paying 4,000 for it with a balloon payment of 88,000, I don't know what balloon is, So if that person doesn't explain, then I'm not gonna know what it is or what it means. And remember, during that time, I was so excited. I just wanted a car. I'm young, independent, and I'm getting into adulthood, and I just wanted to feel proud of myself. So I think in fact, I don't think I know that I had made a mistake and I didn't do research, thorough research. I was just too excited. I just wanted a car. So then that's why I'm in this situation right now. And literally 5 years later, I'm still trying to rectify that mistake that I had made. So it's a lesson learned. And I am sharing this story so that some of you don't have to go through the same thing. So yeah, thank you guys for coming to my channel and being a part of this journey. If this is something that you're interested in, please like, share, comment, and also consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.